Hi, I'm Tracy, and I'm with the Oviedo Chicks Talk Show, and I'm so excited today because I'm with Mike Ertel, the Supervisor of Elections for Seminole County. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me. I love this show.
Thank you. This is actually going to be a very crucial time, I think, for our state, the country, whatever. There's a lot of elections coming up, and I know people say, oh, well, it's just the primary, but that's actually very important. So can you tell us a little bit about why you need to vote in the primary?
Well, primary is one of the most important elections that you can take part in, and especially it depends on the city you live in. A lot of city elections take place in the primary as well. Therefore, the folks that pave the streets you live on, that decide whether or not there's going to be a park down the street from you or a Walmart down the street from you, that's all taking place a lot of times in a primary, sometimes in a general. If you don't know, just show up to the polls and make sure that you're able to cast a ballot.
So the primary in a city could be the actual final election?
It could. Some cities have their elections in the August elections with us. Some cities have their elections in the November elections with us.
Well, how does somebody find out about that? How do they get more involved to know that?
Well, I think your first step, and this is just going to be a little bit of a promotion of our own website, if you go to voteseminole.org, we have all the upcoming races, including we give folks the opportunity to have the candidates the opportunity to have information about themselves on our website.
So yeah, very good website. I thought it was very informative when I went there.
Thank you. We let candidates put a 60-word bio about themselves, a link to their website, their telephone number, their email address. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the candidates, you can go to the website, go to the candidate bios section on the left-hand side. It has all the information you need. All the candidates have a little bit of their own info on there. And so it's kind of like a one-stop shop, and it's also a gateway to get to each of the candidates' websites.
Now, what do you say to somebody that says, I don't believe anything they say anyway? How would you tell somebody to educate themselves?
Well, on the first thing, you can't really, no matter what the elections office does, there's still going to be people that don't trust politicians. We can't fix that. What we can do is we can make it more available for you to get the information about the candidates. And it's really each voter's responsibility. I mean, it's our responsibility to create an opportunity to go to the polls. That when you get to the polls, it's a line that's short, or at least manageable. Or you can vote at home, or you can vote early, or many ways.
There's a lot of different ways you can do it now. So there's really no excuse.
There is no excuse for not voting other than individual apathy. And so if you don't care about the elections process, we don't force you to do it like in some countries. It's an opportunity to do it.
Well, I think it's very important, like you said, the local elections, because I don't think a lot of people realize that is who paves your road, that is who controls your water bill, that is who controls the schools, and so maybe that is the most important thing right now. When can people start learning about their local elections? Right on your website? I mean, I haven't really seen anything where I live.
Right now. You can start, and what happens is, this is the number one indicator of when an election is coming up, is when you're driving to work or you're driving home. Look in the median. Your candidates are going to start putting all their signs up in the median, normally on a Friday night, because I know code enforcement doesn't work on Saturdays. So you'll see a whole bunch of signs in the median. Hey, there's an election coming up, and you see the office that they're running for. You say, that election must be coming up. And we provide you with that opportunity as well to get to the polls and actually vote. But the candidates do a great job of informing you that there's an election coming up. But we also do it as well. We get out there and we do all of our stuff.
You're at a lot of events. I've noticed that too, that you're out there and you actually bring the touch screen. You bring everything so people don't have to be intimidated when they go in there and they know their vote will count.
Right. We call it our happy booth. And it's just a whole bunch of happy. We have a little button for folks when they register to vote, and we give them a voter guide and just, American flag, just make them feel great about
the happy voter guide.
Happy voter guide, yeah. Every bit of information. We only have one brochure in the office, and that's it, so that you can just have that and have everything you need.
Actually, that's good, though. Well, is there anything you'd want to say? This will be up in July, right before the primary, so what do they need to know to make sure they're registered? And
they can call our office at 585-VOTE, 407-585-VOTE, and they can find out whether or not they're registered to vote. If you don't know whether or not you're registered, give us a call and find out. If you've moved recently, give us a call and let us know that you've moved. We'll change your address within the system. If your signature has changed, meaning from the time that you originally registered to vote and today, you think your signature's changed a little bit, just, fill out a new application, just say signature change, and send it to us. That way, if you get an absentee ballot, when we compare the signature on file with the signature on the absentee ballot, it'll match up.
Now, do you need help with poll workers? I've seen some things out there about that. Is that something that you want people to?
It's a misnomer that our poll workers are volunteers. They're not volunteers.
Right.
We pay them anywhere between $110 and $199, depending upon what their position is as a poll worker. So we always are looking for folks to come in and work the polls for us, because we're trying to
Leave us some applications.
right, exactly. There's a whole bunch. Yeah. So no matter what county you live in, just come on and work the polls for us, because we're always looking for folks to help out at the polls.
And that's something right now too. I mean, you're really helping your community too. So there's a lot that the supervisor of elections, your office, does that I don't think the community is aware of.
Right. I mean, it's one thing that we do. We are, when on that day, on election day, we're one of the top employers in the county.
Yeah.
Because of the number of poll workers that we bring on. We bring on around 1,100 of your friends and neighbors to work the polls on election day.
Well, that's interesting. Then, well, I'm so glad you came by.
Thank you
And
very much.
if there's anything else that you would want us to post or that would help, just let me know. I can always put it on the website.
Just remember that primary election day is August 24th. Early voting starts on August 9th.
Okay.
You can request an absentee ballot today by calling our office, and we'll have the ballot sent to you.
And I'll have a link on the website where they can just click right to you then. Well, good. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Done.